Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Weather Fans Live here on Sunday, the 9th of June 24. And we're properly back in the studio.
Yeah, finally back in the studio after 2 weeks. I'm properly in the studio this time, not on the laptop.
Apologies for last week. I wasn't really well at all last week. I was actually in bed, I think, by about 6 o'clock. So I just wasn't well enough. I think there must be some kind of virus going around.
Yeah, I've had that this week. I've been falling asleep at like 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but old age for you.
No comment.
No comment, exactly. Yeah, welcome everyone. As you know, I did an impromptu one last week, but I was just really keep people in the loop. But this week we'll see what the weather's got in store for us.
And see if there's any hints of any warmth coming towards us.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know, mate.
That was a bit of a spoiler, I think.
Yeah.
It's one thing I'd like to say that at the very start, our friend Gav, unfortunately, broke his ankle a couple of weeks ago, and wish him to get well very soon. And the weather community misses you, pal. So we'd like to see you again very soon. Hope you get in there, my friend.
Yeah, rest up well, mate. We're here for you if you need us as well.
Yep. We get the friends of the show, and if you need any help, my friend, we're there for you.
Indeed.
It will not be any issue at all.
Right.
And just another thing, another announcement to make as well. We are not live next Sunday. This is due to, Euro 2024 started. England playing at 8 o'clock this time next week. Also, it's Father's Day. And also, as well, happens to fall that I'm actually on holiday as from next Monday. But don't be all sad. We're actually going to be live next Saturday instead. So we're going to be a day early. So next Saturday, 8 o'clock, we'll be doing Weather Fans Live instead. And back to normal the following Sunday.
Yeah. So you'll only be one day gone, really. But I'll shout to Michael. I'm going to shout to Michael over the border.
I'll be on holiday for a few days with the family.
Yeah, well-deserved dolly bobs.
That's the family my family have had in the last, for the last year or so. It's just, a good break is well needed.
It is indeed, mate. It is indeed. And I myself, I've got a few things. Oh, what? Is that Rachel?
Yeah, that's Rachel sneaking in. All right.
So. What are you like, Rachel?
I'll tell you what she's like. She's made of coffee in a nice yellow mug.
Well, where's ours?
And I know what you think today. What chocolate has he got this week? Well, I've got something new. I have got. It's not going to show properly.
No. Green screen's not working. Get the back off, Michael. There we go.
It's Terry's Chocolate Orange Exploding Candy. So popping candy from Terry's Chocolate Orange.
Oh, with someone else has snuck in, but without Paul this time. So Steffi.
And yes, good evening to Steffi as well. And who else is in with us?
Paul won't be too far behind.
Oh, welcome. I should have done that.
Yeah,
all day sound good.
I was going to say,
I should have done that. I can hear now my mouth is popping away.
I can't talk. I've got a whole bag full of biscuits and chocolate and stuff in the cupboard. So, pop.
Yeah, I'm popping away. Should have done that. I seen chocolate. My brain went, "Oh, eat it."
Very professional, Michael. Yeah, I've got a ton of chocolate in the cupboard. Chocolate biscuits, chocolate cakes, you name it, all from a well-known biscuit company that is in Batley. I won't say the name because I don't want to get us demonetised.
And considering I just said Terry's Chocolate Orange Exploding Candy, I've also got a whole box of little DM Cadbury Fudges in the fridge as well.
I may as well say the word then. Foxy's biscuits.
And you mentioned Paul is watching the F1 in the background. Please, no spoilers. I'll watch the highlights later.
Yeah, same here, mate.
It's one of the reasons why Liz isn't with us, because she's watching that as well. But please, no spoilers. I'll watch the highlights later.
Yeah.
One thing I'll start off with, Paul, if that's all right with you. I'm just going to show them the lightning across Europe at the minute, because we've got a bit of a big breakout going on at the minute, which was even mentioned by Reed Timmer.
It was indeed.
So I'll just bring the screen share up of the latest lightning detector. SFX have given a level 3 warning for parts of Europe for this. That should bring up the...
Yep.
Yeah, let me take myself off the screen there. And as you can see, we are pinging away across Europe, across most of the Alpine regions from southeast France across into Hungary and Slovakia. Let's have a zoom in of here. So this website is lightningmaps.org, and there are threats of possibly large hail up to at least 5 centimeters across.
So that would be 2 inches, so baseball size.
Oh, I'm just bringing a tab up. Just bear with me a second. Let's have a look what that looks like on satellite imagery. Obviously, it's gone. Some places have gone dark now, so we have to go into the infrared. So there's like a huge system across the Alpine regions. That should be up on the screen now. Yes, it is. So yeah, it's this little huge. You can see the size of that. I was like supercells, actually, doesn't it?
Let's go back.
Let's zoom across there.
Wowzers.
So there's like a line of supercells joining forces.
So looking around about golf ball size hail.
Yeah, look at all these individual cells here. 1, 2. Let's get the infrared to come off. Just bear with me a second. Let's go back. You can see that one down here, how quick that's popping up as well.
Blowing up, that one is.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the screen, just that and that image just there. I can't really point to one country because it's all spread across the Alpine regions. Let's have a look at the visible satellite. Just incredible. But all Europe at the moment are underneath quite a lot of heat. But unfortunately, with low pressure to our north, we're getting this cool north to northwesterly airflow across the UK. There's a circulation of that low pressure over towards Scandi. So much of northwest Europe are still cool, while the rest of Europe starts to sizzle. I think parts of southeastern Europe have been up to around about the 40-degree mark, if I'm not mistaken. And we're in the 40-degree mark, but in Fahrenheit instead.
Yep, we're back.
We're back. So, have you got a little new toy you want to show us, Paul, that you found?
What was that?
Wasn't that the... I can see it. Was it the global...
Oh, the 3D model thing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So I thought you wanted to share that with the boys.
I'm away with the fairies at the moment. Don't matter anyway. Meteor CL. Watch your tab audio. There we go. But that'll give us an idea of where we are.
You are full screen, my friend.
Much obliged, sir.
You're welcome.
You can see the heat. So this is 12 o'clock tomorrow. And there's that heat. That's roughly where the boundary is of where the thunderstorms are at the moment. So Italy over towards Slovakia and Czechia and Poland. Poland have had some in the last few hours. Well, yesterday. If I animate it, so we'll go all the way through to 10 days. So it'll give us an idea if anything warm is going to come. These are the upper airs anyway of 850 HPA. So as Michael says, this is the boundary that's generally not affected as much as others are. So it looks like we could get a push. It's trying. Really, it's trying. And it looks like that low gets cut off. Well, the cold air gets cut off anyway. So we'll see. Let's just go to the 2 meter temperatures. I'll animate that. I'll give us an idea of where all them really, really warm temperatures are at the moment. See them all pushing away a little bit there, more migrating towards like southern Europe, towards the east as well. But then that starts pushing up as we go towards the 14th. It's trying to make a real concerted effort to push even further. And the thing is with this is we can zoom it in. Okay. So it looks like towards next weekend we could get a little bit of a warm up, but I don't think so. Have a look at 10 days anyway. There's so we go to 10 days. Yep, so that's 1500 on the 12th. On the 12th. I don't think so, mate. No, we got 15th anyway. It's trying that warm air is trying to push up, but it doesn't look like it will win out. We may get into the low 20s, maybe.
Back to normal levels.
I'll look at that in a bit as we go through the charts. Do you want me to take over and go straight into the UKV, Michael?
Yeah, go straight into the UKV, mate.
Brilliant. So we'll move across. Let's make sure I'm on. Yep, brilliant. So this is the UKV, brought to you by NetWeather. This is behind the paywalls, but you know, only the best for weather fans. So as you can see, rain starts moving in tonight again. Could be some heavy pulses in there. All moves away southeastwards. Could pep up again during the early hours. So that'll be, I think that's a triple point low, or at least a triple point anyway. Michael will probably show you that in a minute on the facts.
Yes.
So tomorrow, so that's first thing tomorrow, them showers have moved away to the southeast. Some more moving in across northern Scotland in a northerly wind, well, northwesterly anyway. Have a look at the wind direction. So yes, whoops. So there we go. So yeah, kind of northwesterly to a northerly, as the high pressure out here to the west and low up here to the north. Well, probably around here somewhere. We zoomed right out. So look on the GFS. Give us a better idea. So that low will be. So there's the low there. Another low there over Scandi, which has moved across over the Norwegian Sea. And higher pressure is over here in the Atlantic. We'll have a look at that in a bit. Let's just zoom back in. And we'll go back to the precipitation. So, yeah, that showers move away. Could be some scattered, isolated thunderstorms tomorrow, but most likely be rain. Rain showers. Mostly down the spine of the country, if I'm being honest. So across higher ground, it's looking like, and across into the Midlands. So I'll got the 2 meter temperatures between where you're looking around about 6 degrees up in Scotland there, to around about 15 in England, Wales, and across Ireland as well. Central belt of Scotland, 9 to 10 degrees. So tomorrow will be another cool day. I wouldn't say cold, but cool. So we'll move on. Might be the odd isolated thunderstorm tomorrow evening across maybe North Yorkshire into West Yorkshire, maybe there, looking there. Maybe down in towards Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire, maybe. They move away quite swiftly. And showers become confined to the coast, maybe coming in through the Cheshire Gap. And yeah, so got a bit of looks like a streamer there, but yeah, probably just something on the charts. But winds in that, so look at the winds. So winds backing northerly, maybe northwesterly as well. 2 metre temps. Not going down by much, maybe a touch of frost over the highest ground. Otherwise, you're looking around about 6 to 8 degrees on Tuesday morning. Would say as you wake up, but it'll be like 5 o'clock in the morning, so pretty simple. There we go. So showers become more widespread on Tuesday, more towards the east, in that like northwesterly to northerly wind. There we go. Could be some isolated thunderstorms across East Anglia, the southeast, possibly up into the Midlands as well. Let's have a look at the Cape actually. See if these aren't showing. No. They're most likely be convective, if anything, caused by the sun. Precipitation. So yeah, we'll move on. I won't say temperatures will be much in the way of 15 to 16 degrees. Again, so let's move that forward. Showers die out, go back towards coasts. And then as we go into Wednesday, showers more towards the east. As we've got another band of rain moving into the west. Where will that go? See, will that crosses or will it skip us? That looks like it's giving us a direct hit, but the low looks to be further out on this one. Have a look on the GFS. And we'll go to the air pressure. So yeah, the low is skirting down the eastern Atlantic towards Ireland and down in towards Channel. So I'll be diving in towards Europe, possibly. So higher than average temperature, higher than average, well, what we've had recently anyway. Right, let's go back to ready precipitation, and then we'll go back to the GFS, so the UKV. So yeah, as that low moves south, could get some embedded thunderstorms maybe. Let's have a look at the Cape. Sorry if I'm going fast, guys. No Cape showing, so it might just be heavy rain in these over the heights. Might be more towards the hills as the wind gets forced up. So yeah, that's probably where they're showing. And then all that moves away, and then it just looks like it's whirling about down here towards Ireland for Friday. Let's have a look. So it could be some potential thunderstorms on Friday as that low mingles around, well, meanders, whatever you call it, towards the southwest.
Would be interesting to watch.
So we've got low splattered right over us pretty much. Ideally, we want high pressure this time of the year, make do with low, but at least the wind has been cut off. So we're not getting, we're getting southwesterlies there. Am I right or am I right, Michael?
Yes, southwesterly there. Just finally get rid of that bleeding cool north to northwesterly.
Yeah, so the wind does change direction this week, finally, after 2 weeks.
And as you mentioned, those showers could be thundering nature. With the
there's some Cape.
How's the upper airs looking like?
So again, mate, upper air.
Yeah.
850s. You're looking 4 to 6 degrees. So there's, compared to the beginning of the week, let's go back. to where we are now. So there we go. So currently we're in the 0s to -2 isotherm across the north.
That's ridiculous for
just-
June, isn't it?
Just knocking on the door of 2 to 4 in the south.
You can knock on the door, but I'm not letting it in.
Yeah, unless it's the postcode lottery, of course.
You can bang all you
Like
want.
tomorrow, as that plunge comes down, you got -2 there. Across Scotland, 0 quite widely across the country, which, like I say, will knock temperatures into the low teens quite widely. So, and then we got the end of the week where temperatures are going to be, you're looking at +6 isotherm. So let's have a look at the surface temps. That's at surface. Let's have a look at 2 meters. That's better. So this is at 9 o'clock in the morning, looking at temperatures where there would be for the middle of the day tomorrow. And then we'll move that forward 2 frames. We're looking at 19, possibly 20 across anywhere really, along the east and then into the Midlands and across the southeast and East Anglia as well. Could get into the high teens, low 20s. So it will feel quite pleasant, even though there will be them showers about. You will feel that heat, I would say. And like I say, so let's have a look at the upper wind direction. So yeah, there's good. Let's have a look. Let's look at the Cape at that time. So yeah, there's plenty of Cape available. Weather, obviously, this is 5 days out. We'll know nearer the time. So possibly Friday we could have thunderstorms. Looking at the UKV. So we'll let you know probably Wednesday, Thursday, what we're looking at basically.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the other computer models, see if they're in agreement with that low pressure, if they've got in a similar position.
That has been showing for the past few days. That slides down the UK, but it hasn't been mingling about. It's been going straight through, and then high has been taking over, which seems to be the current theme with the models at the moment, the longer range anyway, that it tries to force high pressure in. But as you explained a couple of weeks ago, it's like their default. Summer now, so it thinks, oh, high pressure will, shift that in. But at the moment, we seem to be stuck in this low pressure pattern. We're just stuck on that in the jet stream being south of us, and which has been south shifted for most of this year. It's been very rare that we've had it up here. I'm just going to go to the GFS, see what that says in terms of the jet. So there's the jet there, plunging to the south. Just unzoom it. So there's the jet. Obviously, there's a plunge there, but that's where the low pressure's got stuck. So it's kind of. Can you
actually go back to the jet stream right now? Actually.
Yeah, of course.
So let's.
So we've got that.
Yeah. So I'm looking at that jet stream there coming through Central York, which is causing all these big thunderstorms then.
This one here.
So it's the left exit, look.
Yeah.
So that's why we've got a major.
Yeah, we're on the left. Then. So where they're on, where are we? So there's France. So yeah, they're on the left exit of that arm there.
So no wonder severe storms there.
So you've got the polar one there, and then you've got the mid-latitude.
The tropical jet effect,
well, which is, like Michael said, going straight over the top of where all them storms are brewing. So some of them could start spinning. You never know. That's why they've probably been upgraded to a level 3 with SFX.
Yeah.
Looking at that, just pull it over a bit so we can see it properly. So yeah, I'll just move that forward a few frames. See what it goes tomorrow.
And between the two jet streams, that's where you got that high pressure sitting towards north, so like northwest of Spain. Iberia, sorry.
Got this low here. Let me zoom it in. So there's where the low is at the moment with all them storms. Just have a look at the pressure pattern. So if I'm right, yeah, because you've got low there. As you can see, it's a complete mess at the moment because of all the heat, stuff like that. So yeah, interesting, to say the least. So I'll pass it over to you, Michael.
Yeah, just quick hello to Friendly Boy who's joined us.
Yeah, hi, Friendly Boy, and audio as well.
Was lurking cat was meowing at something and nothing, saw a bit about storms and only just put bum to seat.
I'm have a look at this actually, because I think I can do the jet stream on the 3D model as well. Hang on, share this tab.
Yeah, no worries.
So I'll give us a look. There we go. So if I animate that.
Good evening to Martin, who's joined us. I think it might be the first time. Martin might be the first time he's joined us.
Yeah, I can see this next arm of the jet moving through. Moving through for the 14th, so that's where the low gets stuck there. That does actually move away with the jet, but still south shifted, as you can see there.
It's a big contrast compared to this time last year, where we had one of our warmest tunes on record.
Got another low brewing out here on the left exit, getting stuck as well. That could bring us some more thunderstorms for next weekend, or the week after anyway. Just stop that, go to there. So it seems to get stuck here. Let's see if I can find the pressure pattern. Means sea level pressure. So this is the 500s, and I think it's the means, yes. So, yeah, right, yeah, the low there, look. Why is it showing at 144? Ah, there we go. Yeah, so I'll go back. See that low getting stuck. Just there, look to the west of us. So that could influence our weather and give us some thunderstorms possibly.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of instability there. So at least we're cutting off that cool northwesterly flow.
Yeah, it's going to be more of a little slack wind with that low there. Cause we're in a bit of a col there. So we've got low here, high here, more lower, like lower than average heights to our south and east, and then higher, more towards the north and west. And we're stuck in the col basically with that cut off low in the middle of it. So yeah, right. That's up to you, Michael.
Yeah. Martin saying it's been very quiet in Edinburgh, but no thunderstorms.
Yeah, maybe the end of the week. Who knows?
Steph is doing fine. Just gearing himself up for another week of exam students. Still reading from an A- level paper 2 physics paper. And I wish the weather wasn't so indecisive from Audio Coffee. It went out for the day on Thursday, burnt when the sun shone and froze when the wind picked up. That's the thing this time of year now. Obviously, the sun's not at its strongest for this time of year. Well, we know the sun will be at its strongest probably in about a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
But even with the cold wind, the sun is still strong. You can get easily burnt.
Yeah. It's not the wind. It's very, what's the word? It can deceive you with the sun because it cools the sun's radiation down. But like Michael said, the sun is at its strongest at this time of year, so it's 7 to 8 in terms of, being solar. Yeah,
it's almost like being at the beach with like an onshore breeze. You're thinking, it's the breeze is nice and cool, but yet the sun is still very powerful.
Yeah, it's like Steffi's just put, very true. It's the UV, not the infrared. Yeah, the infrared is nothing really. The UV is ultraviolet rays, which you can't see. Obviously, the infrared is in the spectrum. It's more higher up the spectrum, I believe. So do feel free to put me right there if I'm wrong, Steffi.
Rachel's at the dentist tomorrow, and Audio Cop is asking if it's at 2:30.
I don't know about that. I'd get some Bonjela for that.
2:30.
2:30.
Has that gone through everyone's head?
It did go through my head. I knew exactly what audio was on about.
Anyway, back to the charts. So let's have a look at the latest.
Sponsored by Bonjela. Anyway, yeah, carry on, Michael.
The minute the weather wants you to pull your own bloody teeth out at the minute. Right. It's the facts charts. We go from the good old Met Office. These are the human interpretation of what's going on in our atmosphere. And we've got, excuse me a second.
So Stephanie's on about radiation burn.
We've got high pressure sat towards our southwest. We've got low pressure sat towards Scandi. And we've got the wind coming down from the north and bringing down these weather fronts as well, which I believe we've got a band of rain coming through right now across central parts of northern England into central areas. There's that low pressure there causing all the severe thunderstorms across Central Europe. So let's bring this forward, and that weather front continues to migrate southwards, bring us this northerly flow. You want Jens get your teeth in, Miguel. Once again, high pressure to our north, high pressure to our south, low pressure towards our east, and unfortunately in this northerly flow. And that continues through into Tuesday. Got a weather front, got a trough coming down the east coast, so some showers expected perhaps for some eastern areas through into Tuesday. And this area of low pressure is what we need to keep our eye on across Iceland. That seems to this be. Excuse me. Try again without blowing your heads off. This has got us under a ridge of high pressure. God, I can't speak tonight. This has got us under a ridge of high pressure through into Tuesday, into Wednesday. Just that should start to settle things down a little bit. We've got a weather front going towards Scotland there. Again, that'll bring a spell of either rain or showers. And we've got this weather front coming in from the west. So at first I thought that could be the low pressure coming down, but it isn't. It's this, what's coming across the Atlantic. And as we head through into Thursday, that low pressure is moving down towards the southwest of England. We've finally lost that northerly flow, and we're coming to more of a, this is showing a bit more of a southerly flow. We've got high pressure towards Central Europe. Let's bring that back a little bit. So that's that ridge there. So that could be a bit of pressure building actually towards the south. So yeah, finally we lose that northerly flow towards the end of the week, and that's bringing up a southerly flow. So temperatures we're back into the high teens, maybe the very low 20s. For these, looks like weather fronts moving in maybe for Friday as well. Let's have a look at the latest GFS. Take a look at the GFS, then go through to the ECMWF as well. Tell you what we'll do. We'll have a look at the 6 o'clock run from this morning first. Go through the pressure charts from 6 o'clock this morning. So there's that low pressure across into Scandi. And as we head through this week, that's bringing down that northerly flow. Ridge of high pressure moves in towards the middle of the week before that another area of low pressure comes in from the west, this time instead from the north. That sinks towards the southeast. Not as far south as the Met Office is showing currently. That sits across the country through into Friday. So the Met Office had this low a bit further towards the southwest, giving us a bit of a more of a southerly flow. to Friday. Low pressure sat across the northwest. We've got a secondary low moving into this from the Atlantic. It'd be interesting to see how that interacts. That's going to slightly dumbbell around each other. So that's what we need to perhaps keep an eye on if that was to come off. And does that sit towards our west? That does. That helps to build pressure in from the east. So we'll start moving to more of a southwesterly, maybe a southerly wind direction. Temperatures could start to rise in the east. But with that low pressure nearby, there will be plenty of showers perhaps moving in. So it could be a bit of instability there. I think also that heat could just stay off towards Bellenox. It's the low country. Well, it's the low country's Bellenox, isn't it? So what does that do with that low? That just has its sense across England and Wales. Well, the UK, really. And it's not looking good at all if you want dry and sunny weather. That just has low pressure sat right across the UK, giving plenty of spells of rain or showers before fizzing out, and we're under a slack airflow. So that's not looking good if you want plenty of dry and sunny weather. Let's have a look at the current GFS model from lunchtime today. Again, low pressure towards Scandi, high pressure towards the Atlantic. The latest lunchtime run from the GFS, the area of low pressure starts to come in from the west and starts to slink towards the southwest. That kind of has it a similar position to what the Met Office is showing. So unless that's what the trend seems to be at the moment, we'll start to pick up more of a southwest to southerly airflow, just temporarily though. Again, that'll give us plenty of rain or showers. Does that bring that secondary low in? A bit of a complex situation because we've got a low pressure there, a low pressure there, and we've obviously got a low pressure towards our southwest. There's 3 low pressure systems showing there. That combines them two together, but will that interact with our one? Now, actually, our one seems to fizzle off. So there's a bit of a disagreement there. So initially, our one there just seems to fill and then gets completely swallowed up by this. Oh, hello. Am I still live?
Yeah, you're still here, mate.
Sorry, my screen just went black for a second then.
Oh, well.
No, that's fine then. So at first, these kind of interact and they kind of split again. So that's a bit of a one to keep an eye on there. I'm just heading through into next week. What happens to that low that sits towards the Bay of Biscay? Does that allow any? That allows like a bit of a slack south to southeasterly, so maybe we could pick up a bit of heat on this latest run. Again, showers will never be too far away. And that just turns into a very shallow area of low pressure. But unfortunately, we seem to be picking up another area of low pressure come down from Iceland. So that's not great news again. And that'll bring cooler air across the UK, and that will sink towards the UK. So it's not looking good at all on that. And that low pressure sits towards our North Forth filling with a ridge of high pressure right at the end of that run. So let's have a quick look at the temperatures on this. Does that pick up any warmth for the UK towards next weekend? So let's get through to tomorrow. Temperatures very disappointing really for the second week of June. Just scraping into the teens, 13, 14, maybe 15 degrees, which is ridiculously low for this time of year. I think we're looking around about 6 or 7 degrees below average for this time of year. Then from Wednesday onwards, we've got that bit of ridge coming in from the west. Temperatures not quite recovering there, perhaps 16, maybe 17 degrees. Then things are looking a bit better there on Thursday. Temperatures perhaps 20 to 22 degrees down the southeast and mid to high teens elsewhere. And it looks like on Friday, with that low pressure set up with the UK, will be a spell of rain or showers, holding the temperatures back down to the low teens. That's even showing some single digits there across the Pennines on Friday. Then temperature starts to pick up there on Saturday as that warm air wafts up slightly from the south there. Temperatures again into the high teens, perhaps the very low 20s. And we've got heavy showers or spell of rain. Temperatures will be very subdued for this time of year. Quite disappointing. And again, it's just all depends of how much showers there is around through that spell. So that's where we start to see a bit of a slack south to southeasterly flow. Seeing temperatures start to build up towards in nearby Europe. Again, temperatures into the high teens, perhaps low 20s. So there's a few hints there of temperature recovering slightly, depending where the rain and showers sit.
Can't believe that. That's the 22nd of June and temperatures are still in the mid-teens.
I think it might be the 21st this year, the summer solstice.
Yeah.
And if that was to come off, as you mentioned, 13 degrees for summer solstice is just, excuse the term, piss poor, really.
It does take the proverbial, that does. I mean, like I say, we've just been stuck in this perpetual low south shifting, northerly, easterly, anything but southerly or westerly pattern since September. And we had that high, that 2 week hot spell that we had in the 30s. Since then, it's just been Blair. But, the Met Office will say it has been the hottest May on record. That's all I'm saying.
But that's probably down to the low minimum temperatures staying above average throughout.
Yeah. And the fact that it's measured off the 91 to 2020 average. Anyways.
So the Cape for tomorrow, again, there could be a risk of some thunderous showers around, perhaps for northern, perhaps anywhere really, but they're probably very short-lived.
The only problem is I'm not around that green area tomorrow, as you know, so...
Yeah.
Boo.
So there could be the odd rumble of thunder, I reckon, through Monday.
I might catch them as I come home.
There might be a few showers around Tuesday, but then there's that average of high pressure moving in with the double-digit plus figures there. Then we'll start to see that low pressure moving through into Friday, as we can see. So not too much of instability really shown there, maybe for southern counties. Again, Saturday, southern counties shown on there. Obviously, this is subject to change as we go into next week. Looking ahead, I was looking too far ahead. There's no point looking at more than a week ahead of the Cape. There's so much uncertainty.
That is.
So, how's the chat looking at the moment?
I'm getting a science lesson off Steffi at the moment. She's saying I'm having sugar crashes because of being tired, but it could be that because I do eat a lot of biscuits that are from the Batley produced biscuit factory. So doesn't help.
A bit of age has been mentioned there. Good evening to Lee, who I've just noticed is coming as well, as I'm just scrolling up the chat. So good evening to you. Anyone else coming as well? Let's scroll down the chat. No, no one there at all. No one else new. As long as you're all behaving, it's all fine.
Yeah, we're all being good.
Good boys and girls.
Good people.
Right. Let's go over to weathercentral.d from the German website. This is looking at, we should be looking at the midnight run. Yes, we are. Then we'll have a look at the latest 12Z, which has come down within the last hour. So again, this is showing exactly the same thing. Low pressure towards our northeast, high pressure towards our southwest. Then tomorrow, with that northerly flow of that low pressure brings some showers down. Then Tuesday, that low decides to push a bit further towards the east. High pressure building from the west, settling things down slightly. So we're under high pressure through into Wednesday and Thursday. Still could be some showers there for parts of northeastern UK. That low pressure never too far away. And looks like that low pressure starts to come down from northwest through into Friday. That has that low again towards the west-southwest of the UK. And we're losing that northerly flow. So if I go back there, we're under a ridge there. So perhaps a very slack, if anything, of a northwesterly there into Wednesday. Then just literally slack air through Thursday. So winds will be light. Then a few hints there turns a bit of a southwesterly. Friday again, pick up a slight southerly, but it's going to be more Atlantic southerly coming in from perhaps the Bay of Biscay. Saturday, low pressure sat on top of the UK, again bringing a spell of rain or showers. And that low sits towards the south on Sunday the 16th, giving again plenty of showers. And we're under a broad area of low pressure through into Monday the 17th. So I sat across northwest Europe from eastern Atlantic through to Central Europe. And Tuesday the 18th, low pressure again sat towards our southwest, picked a bit of a southwesterly flow there. Nothing too major in temperatures of warmth. And unfortunately, that low just sits on top of the UK on Wednesday the 29th. Again, plenty of heavy showers, maybe thundery, but not looking dry at all on that. The latest GFS, which has come down in the last hour. Again, right now, low pressure towards the northeast, high pressure towards our west-southwest. Is this any different compared to what we just saw? That low slowly, very slowly moves away to the east into Tuesday. So that's cut off that northerly flow as we head into Wednesday. That ridge of high pressure comes in. What does it do with this low pressure? Comes in through Thursday into Friday. That has that a bit further north compared to what we've been seeing. The other computer models were showing it a bit more towards the centre. It's more towards Southern Ireland, but this has it more towards Northern Ireland. So a bit more of a westerly flow there. So heading to Friday. What happens to that low? It just sits towards our west. Again, plenty of rain or showers. And that keeps that low towards Ireland. And so that low is just going to sit on top of us through to the start of next week. There may be seeing hints of a northwest to westerly flow once again. So it's not looking too promising if you want warm or prolonged sunny weather. So good evening, James, who I've noticed has just come in as well. We're on the biscuit talk tonight, have we?
Yeah, we're getting a science lesson off Steffi.
Oh, bless you.
Like I've just put Liam 15 minutes drive from one of the best biscuit producers in the country, which has a factory shop, is my weakness.
Yeah.
To be fair, I just say I'm all right with Lucozade. It don't have that much glucose in it, so. But yeah, I should be drinking. I drink water when I'm out chasing, if I'm honest. But even the other day when I was out chasing, I was drinking Monster. which didn't help. I should have been drinking water. Anywho, ECM.
Yeah, what I'm looking at now is
Please stop
the
talking
ECM WF weekly mean anomalies compared to normal. And this really, oh dear, it's not looking too good, is it, for Europe? It's got lower than normal pressure across literally the whole of Europe, which seems a bit odd, really. And where we're sat in, we're on the cooler side of this low pressure. Obviously, it's not going to be one huge low pressure, just compared to average. Let's move. That's between the 10th of June and the 17th of June. Let's move forward now to the 17th of June to the 24th.
A bit better.
And again, we're on the cool side of this low pressure. So north to, just like more of a northerly, perhaps a bit of a northeasterly there showing for parts of Scotland, high pressure over these walls where it is.
I would say that's a bit modified with it being over Europe. Obviously, that low is going to be just to our south, so it's going to drag in southeast to easterly winds, I would say. If I'm going by what the models were saying. Yeah,
this has with the circulation coming around this way, perhaps it's still north to northeasterly on that 17th to the 24th.
Just not as cold.
And it's not looking too good. Signals are a bit weaker on there, so again, it's still showing more of a north to northeasterly flow for the end of June to start of July. Really disappointing, this. And this is just low average.
This is for us meteorologists.
It's not looking good at all if we're to go by this. So air pressure is below average across. That's ridiculous.
This is just nightmare fuel, this is.
No, it's not looking too good. Obviously, don't take this.
No, don't take anything over 2 weeks as serious, but there's no signal. Usually you'd expect a signal at this time of year being, as you know, well, then again, the jet stream's quite slack, so I would imagine it probably be going off that. Anyway, weekly means.
These are the precipitation weekly means. This is for the 10th of June to the 17th of June. Greens is your wetter than normal. Your oranges is your drier than normal. And it's very mixed across Europe. It's slightly wet. Well, it's slightly wetter across most of the UK, part into Iberia, perhaps through some of the Alpine regions and into Eastern Europe. It's looking dry across parts of Italy, Greece, Southeast Europe. So potentially there could be another heat wave there across southern, southeastern Europe. And showing a bit of a dry spell there across Central Europe there through Germany into Poland, perhaps into the Ukraine as well. 17th of June to the 24th, again showing wetter than average across north-west Europe. Perhaps slightly drier than average towards the far northwest of the UK. Drier than average across again southeastern Europe. So I've got a feeling there's going to be a major heat wave going on down there. And again, the 24th of June to the 1st of June. Not much strong signal, but yet potentially there, slightly wetter than average across northwest Europe.
That's all the way to the 1st of July.
To France. 4th of June to the 8th of July. There's not really much strong signal, perhaps just average.
By the way, Scotch eggs are more better.
Sorry?
The chatter on about boiled eggs. Nah, Scotch eggs are more better.
I prefer mini eggs.
Oh, don't say that, because Steffi will give you a telling off with all the sugar that's in them. No, I'm not a fan of hot weather either, guys. The only time I like hot weather is if there's thunderstorms involved.
Yes.
That's it.
Right, the surface temperatures compared to average 10th of June to the 17th of June.
Can we try and find something that's warmer?
Northwest Europe looking cooler than average. Southeastern Europe, if you want any heat, is down towards southeast of Europe, which are warmer than average.
It's like flipping April.
17th of June to the 24th, same again, cooler than average across the UK, warmer than average towards the southeast. And even this cooler airs through into Spain and Portugal as well, in parts of northwest Africa, would you believe?
I swear that says April at the bottom there. Here we go, from the 24th of April to the 1st of May. April and May.
Yeah, I was just exactly about to say that, actually. Looking perhaps slightly average across much of the UK. Again, parts of France into Spain looking at cooler than average. So Western Europe, really.
Michael, you've been told off.
I'm not looking at the comments. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Again, any heat towards the southeast of Europe. 1st of May to the 8th of May. Again, parts of France, cooler than average. Perhaps starts to warm slightly across Iberia. Heat continues across southeastern Europe.
Yeah, I'm with you, Lee, on the no more than 20.
8th of July to the 15th of July, we're looking around about average, perhaps slightly, well, close to average across the UK. Again, parts of France looking cooler than average. It's not looking great for them. Again, southeastern Europe still showing above average.
And I think it's not going to really some affect anyone over in the west of Europe, if I'm being honest. France,
if this was to come off here, really, is for Eastern Europe. I think there could be some really serious health issues if this was to come off. We're going to see potentially, if the heat continues like that, we could be seeing wildfires and it's not looking great at all.
No, I think anywhere in Western Europe is in for a cold spell. Colder than average, anyway. Obviously.
So if we look at this compared to average, some parts of Northwest Europe here, especially across low countries, are looking about 6 degrees below average through next week. Parts of Southeast Europe are looking 6 to 10 degrees above average.
It's ridiculous. But like I said yesterday, there's some kind of a balance. And at the moment, that balance seems to be to the east of Europe and across the pond, where they're having ridiculously hot temperatures.
Yeah, we actually do need a major pattern shift. And I think the only thing we can get this time of year really is a tropical storm or a hurricane, which brings me nicely into a nice segue into the latest from the National Hurricanes Center to see if we could push any of these, push the pattern away. But unfortunately, there's nothing expected because we're obviously into hurricane season for the Atlantic and the Eastern Pacific, and nothing during the next 48 hours is expected.
Everything's getting blocked off. Oh, hang on. Yeah, everything's just getting blocked off by that big high pressure in the middle of the Atlantic. Because I'm just having a look on Metro Seal on that 3D
Eastern Pacific as well. Nothing expected in the next 48 hours.
No, I'm not seeing anything even up to 10 days.
7-day graphical. Nothing's expected in the next 7 days either. For the Atlantic and for the Eastern Pacific. Nothing at all.
No, I've just, like I said, I've just had a look on Meteo Seal and there's nothing showing even up to 10 days. Actually, I'm going to even go further than that and see if I can go to 384. I'll go on to I'm going to have a look on what they call it. Right, I'm just going to share that tab so that everyone can see.
Yeah, no worries.
Model viewer. There we go.
I'll let you take over for the second. I'm just going to grab a little drink. You're on the
I'm
screen.
in control. Right. So yeah, really we want to be looking in this kind of area, but as you can see, that high pressure is so dominant over the mid-Atlantic at the moment. It's just cutting off anything from going like the Ivory Coast, not Ivory Coast, but you know what I mean. Usually they go across the Atlantic and then up and then through there, but this is at when's this? Saturday next week. So
I might have to cut you off saying I've got some news.
Beep. Go for it.
I will share. I'm going to bring it onto us. I'm just going to share the tab.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
And it's actually from our Gav.
Oh, Gav. Hello, Gav.
We've had an update from Gav. So I'll read it here. This has been posted in the last 40 minutes or so.
I'd like to see more.
So Gav has said, "Good evening, everyone from the Nightingale Hospital. Yes, I'm still alive. I hear the weather's turned a bit cool. Looks like we'll have plenty to discuss when the vids return later this week. Watch this space." So that's from our friend and your friend as well, Mr. Gavin Partridge. In the last 40 minutes, has updated us. He's still in the hospital.
He's watching us. That's what he's doing.
I think he knows.
I think he knows. I think his ears are burning.
Yeah. If you are watching, Gav, feel free to leave a comment, my friends. But hope.
Indeed.
Oh, we do miss you, my friend. We really do.
You know, come on. Anyway, yeah. So I was sharing the.
Yeah, I'll just bring you back onto the screen there.
Yeah, bud.
Anyway, you're back on the screen.
Yeah, as I was saying, usually they come off like Senegal, Mauritania, New Guinea, that kind of area. But as you can see, that high pressure is so dominant at the moment. There just doesn't look to be anything. I don't know with this low here. Well, ideally, we want them up here, and that low to be more. So that high to be more over towards the Azores. This is let's go up to 240 hours. That's 10 days. So it's 10 days. You can see high pressure still dominant, higher than average. You know, there's nothing coming through at the moment. So that's Thursday the 20th. Still nothing. Let's go and have a look up here. Michael said, got them northwesterly winds. That's plunging the cold air into. I think, is it? Is that right? Am I right there or am I wrong?
Sorry, mate. I'm just.
No, it's all right. I'll just go to wind direction. Don't worry about that. There we go.
Sorry, I was just typing.
I was right. Yeah, I was right. So that's air pressure. So you can have a look up to Friday. No, that's 2 weeks on Friday. 3 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks. See, Saturday, Sunday, still nothing. There's just no inkling of a tropical storm or depression or anything like that currently. There we are, all the way out to 384 hours, so 16 days. Still nothing. All I can say, if I don't laugh, I'll just cry. So, yeah, low here, lower than average. It gets very elongated there for 16 days. So there's this low here that's trying to get across into the high. So the high might divert that up one way or the other. Looks more like it'll go that way. If this was to come off, it would throw it that way, which would then probably put us into warmer. Would it? It would still be cooler. We'd have a low there, and got all this here. See where the jet's going to be at that time. Forecasted to be still on the south, still on the left exit of the jet stream at 16 days. Eesh. Right, I think.
Right. I'm just going to say, we always looked at the chart a short time ago and said, oh, there could be enough for a spin up. Well, I've got some to show at the boys and girls.
Hey.
This has come from Hungary.
Wow.
Tornado in Hungary. That's been shared to Severe Weather Europe. Tornado spotted. I'm even going to pronounce the area because I'm going to get it completely wrong.
Somewhere in Hungary.
Somewhere in Hungary, obviously. A nice tornado just there.
Yep.
And I think
that's what I think Chaz was on about this one in Poland that you just showed. It was in Poland. No, it's in Bosnia, that is.
It's in Bosnia there.
Another tornado.
Let's have a look through there. That's the record-breaking hail in Texas.
That was pineapple size, wasn't it?
That's just incredible.
For some reason, go on.
Sorry?
I was going to say, for some reason, the National Weather Service didn't want to investigate that.
Oh.
Apparently.
What, because they think they got it from the freezer or something?
I think I don't know why, but I think it was probably because of how long it took for it to come out. But yeah, that was pineapple sized. Yeah, I'm done, mate. So.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I've disappeared. Am I gone blank on your screen?
You've just froze, mate. Hang on. It's come up on YouTube at the moment.
Let me.
On YouTube. Yeah, you froze on my side. Yeah, you froze. There you are.
Yep, this is why I have a big screen because I'm in the kitchen.
I'm in the bedroom, but hey ho. Yeah,
there we are.
That's pretty much all we've got, really. Yeah, good night, Paul. And go on.
I'm not sure. I think it was if there's anything else.
Backwards. I haven't got anything else really, unless there's anything that people in the chat want to have a look at. What we've done.
We've looked at the charts from the ECM, the ECM, GFS, the Met Office. There's no signs of any potential. Maybe tomorrow, but the perhaps be thunderstorms.
Yeah,
very short-lived.
Maybe towards Friday as well.
They mentioned a few showers around, maybe into Tuesday as well. Things could turn dry from the west through Wednesday into Thursday before low pressure starts moving again from the Atlantic this time instead of the north. Things turn less cool for the weekend. Low pressure sat towards our southwest. Plenty of rain or showers with that. And looking ahead, nothing dry or prolonged dry coming, no heat showing. So I don't know where these forecasts are coming from, where we're expecting a heat wave to arrive on such a date with temperatures into the 30s. So we're seeing nothing of that calibre coming through to us at all. If you want any heat, best head towards perhaps Southeast Europe, Greece, Turkey. But that could be too hot if you like temperatures and probably get into the 40s.
Yeah.
I'm really seeing not great things for Southeast Europe, as I mentioned. I'm seeing plenty of perhaps wildfires, extreme temperatures, and it's not going to be good on their health services down towards Southeast Europe.
Yeah, I would imagine at some point that will move westwards, but when is the thing that highs blocking things at the moment and coming through. And
as I mentioned, we need something to nudge the jet stream at the minute. And this time of year, what we look for is tropical storms, and there's absolutely nothing showing at all as yet.
No,
the hurricane season. The National Hurricane Center was predicting above average hurricane season, but it's time of waiting, really.
Yeah, I mean that went out as far as the 25th, and there was nothing showing. I mean, it's still early days, but I mean, things can change in a heartbeat, as you know. But yeah, I don't really see a pattern change any time in the next 2 weeks at least. I would say we might get a bit of a nudge in terms of where the low goes, but I don't see any change to this cooler than average weather, personally. Not at least in the next 7 to 10 days, anyway. So yeah, there we go. So we won't be back on Sunday. However, we will be back on the 15th, which is Saturday.
Yeah, as I mentioned at the start of the stream, it's just 3 reasons why there isn't any We'll Be Live next Sunday. The main reason is because England play in the Euro 24 at 8 o'clock on next Sunday. Also, secondly, it's Father's Day. And thirdly, I'm on holiday from next Monday for a few days. And it's going to be too busy in the evening time while watching the football, really. But yeah, we'll be live on Saturday instead, just for 1 week.
Yeah.
Unless some miracle happens and England manage to play again on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Too many heartbreaks over the years.
Yeah.
I'm just not optimistic anymore with England football.
Nah. Especially that when they lost against
Iceland.
And now that I believe did you say in the green room they were up against a certain major supermarkets under 21s team now?
Yeah, probably Fine Foods under 21s. We couldn't beat the fig in Iceland, could we?
No, exactly. So, guys, I think we'll call that a night. Thank you very much for watching.
And feel free to say good night to everybody on the.
Yeah.
So feel free, everyone, to say good night.
Bye, everybody.
Well,
I'm off to go get my sugar fix. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to have a cuppa, go relax, and get my head down because I've got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. So, peace and love, everyone.
Yeah, and look out for Gav's videos starting again, perhaps later in the week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Seen that on his Facebook saying he'll be back later this week.
He might be a little bit off his tree on painkillers, but he'll be back. You know what, Gav is an absolute machine. So
yeah,
although
he broke his ankle anyway. Well, perhaps we'll find out towards the end of the week.
Come on, Gav, you've got to tell us.
Yeah.
It'd be something menial, like he was doing some gardening and he tripped over a flagstone or something.
Possibility. But we do miss him.
We do.
Well, the community misses him badly.
Bad news on that one, Steffi. I'm a lactose intolerant, which is a bit of a poo ending. But a bump, thank you.
It just feels like we forgot to do something tonight. I just can't think what. I feel like there's something missing.
Roll VT.
Okay. We'll end it there then.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
I've gone through it all quickly. It's like,
well, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, good night from him.
We were there, and what I'll do when we come off the live, I'm going to set up the live ready for next Saturday, so you won't all forget. So I'm just going to be sitting there for about a week. So you just remind you that we'll be live next Sunday. Will be Saturday instead. Oh, we just mentioned it a few times on the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Thank you all for watching. It's much appreciated, and we'll see you on Saturday night.
Indeed. Roll VT.
All right then.
Roll
Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.